I got this message from a cuber who apparently uses my PLL recognition trainer too much. And if you don't know what is PLL or PLL recognition, I mean, come on, you're watching my channel, you know what this nerdy stuff means. The full name mode doesn't make any sense for me because the way I design the workflow in this software is that when I'm presented with a case and I know exactly that this is a J-perm and I know exactly where the bar is, I don't have to, I have to press J. I don't have to prove to the software that I know whether it's JA or JB. I just know, it clicked in my head. Introduce a full name. Why do I even type in? Introduce a full name mode. Okay, I should probably give some context to this model as well. Okay, here we go. Go to settings, full name mode, and you probably should display on-screen keyboard. Let's give it a try. So I press G and it displays ellipses because it awaits that I press another button. And if I press A, it's GA now. All right, so it took me 3 minutes to add this feature, which is probably 2.5 times more than the time it took me to set up this green screen. So let me take this a million steps further and actually think of how to make it a dream software. If I could turn this trainer to be a perfect, like a dream PLL recognition trainer, as nerdy and niche as it sounds, what features I will add? Let me think about it. This looks pretty dummy. When a user lands on this page, maybe it makes sense to add a little animation and then make it a little more engaging and have some intro and videos. Now we're talking. So we have these cards that stop when you hover over them and still a video saying what is PLL. Okay, nice. This looks pretty engaging. What does it look like on mobile? Let's see. Okay, mobile looks great. Oh, the settings session, that looks pretty crappy. Now, multi-select as a default element for cross-color. That's because I didn't have any access to vibe coding tools back when I was designing this crap. So now it's a different story. Let's see how this can be redesigned. Okay, so much better. So these check marks are actually the colors themselves. And the elements looks quite nice. Color tone adjustment, you can turn yellow into whatever you want. All right. All right, great. Now it has a nice home screen and it has a nice settings session. Okay, I have to think about if I were to practice PLL recognition for real, what one feature would be absolutely amazing here to have? And I'm thinking of, let's see, if I guessed wrong and I want to see what case is this, I want to see what's behind these little bars because otherwise I have to look at the bottom to kind of imagine what it is and where the blocks are. The visualization library used for this project is SR PuzzleGen, absolutely amazing. And it has a few types. None of that is suiting me. So what I can probably do is I can git clone this repository as rPuzzleGen and bytecode a new view, a new type of cube that has the stickers popping out. This sounds pretty complicated, so let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I just abandon the feature. But if it works, it will be amazing. Okay, it seems like it cooked something useful. Let's see. Oh my god, that's amazing. It's like a box when you open like a box from the delivery. Oh my god. So I probably don't need the parts in front because I already see what stickers are in front, so let's just remove them. Okay, let's see what it looks like now. Okay. This still looks so funny because I have never seen anything like that, but yeah, okay. Probably for PLL will be enough because I see the front two sides and the back two sides. And here is a new type that I added if I were to push this repository. Now the moment of truth, let's actually try to integrate this into our PLL recognition trainer. So when I guess correct, it just advances. When I guess wrong, let's see what happens. Wow, that is absolutely insane. That's amazing. I can instantly see what bars, where the bars are and where the headlights are. Yeah, definitely worth keeping. Okay. Let me now think of some other features that I could probably add. Actually, there is no way to learn PLL recognition from the website itself. It has to have some links to external videos, or maybe to the guide that was designed by Mark Rivers. Let's see. What I'm thinking now is it'll be so amazing if during the practice, when you guess the wrong case, it actually shows you the card from this Mark's two-sided PLL recognition guide, and maybe even highlights the exact case that corresponds to the pattern that you have on your cube. That seems complicated, but how do I go about it? Probably the way to start is to convert this guide somehow into a JSON object that would be parsable by PLL recognition trainer, and also a rendering engine that would be able to get the card or the group and render it directly in the application. Let's see what I can do. All right, this is what it looks like now. The little book icon redirects you to the guide page where you can see the exact guide from Mark. I'm wondering now if I can integrate this into the trainer itself so that when you guess wrong, instead of this top view, it shows you the card and highlights the case. Let's see. So this is U. If I press H, then it highlights that I had to press U to continue. And the 3-bar thing, excellent. It shows me that the headlights within the 3-bar case group is something that I have to look at to identify this case correctly. It seems like there's no point in showing the top view if you already have this exploding box at the top. So probably we have to rearrange the entire layout. So maybe this one should go on the right, this one should go on the left, or we can probably get rid of the top view completely. So let's see. Just like that. 5 checker is something that I have to look at. This is absolutely amazing, and it's beginner friendly. So let's keep it here. So now the main page looks decent. I want to add some gamification to it. Probably it's a good idea to have the practice button on each section so you can separately practice the no bookends, right? And only cases from here. The reason this preset has 4 cases, but the session size is 10, is because when you have a predefined number of cases and you know which cases are there, then by the point you get to the last case, it is obvious for you which case it is, which makes the session predictable. So what I thought would be reasonable to do is, if the entire set has only 4 cases, then 4 unique cases would be in the set, but also each case would randomly be picked to be added as a duplication in the session, which makes it less predictable, because after duplicated cases from this exact set is added to the session, they are shuffled and you don't know which case would show up first. And so by the time you get to the last case, because it could have been a random case duplicated, you don't have any clue which case of this group it is. This is what the user's journey looks like on the website. You have to master the easiest cases groups first, for example, lights that you have to practice, and then those groups are combined together until you get to the grand finale, which is when you have to practice all cases in one session. Now, lastly, to make the practicing more real and less predictable, I think it makes sense to have this color variance and angle variance. So each case can be presented at a slightly different angle so your eye doesn't get used to the way the cube looks like and the way the cube is located on the screen. Color variance is kind of the same thing, but alternating the colors just a little bit so it makes it less look like a best side ever PLL recognition trainer every time you practice. Let's see what it looks like. When I press space, the cube is tilted slightly, and then the cube rotation changes a little bit with every case that I enter, and the colors are also alternated a bit. So if you notice, this yellow looks a little bit like greenish. I think it makes perfect sense to practice without getting used to the specific tool. All right, I think it's enough for today. I'll keep it as is and upload to Best Site Ever. Now, because I'm not practicing PLL recognition and you do, probably you should suggest a feature and I'll try to find time to get to my computer, navigate to the PLL recognition trainer folder, and then open my favorite AI agent and write code the feature. But for now, you're welcome to use this one. Yeah, I should probably update the tutorial as well. Okay, wait for the next video.